Hello, hello. Hey everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie with StephBHappy. And today I got a yummy cooking video for you. This is the meals that we have eaten over the past couple of weeks. So there's 6 of them in here. Hopefully it can give you some inspiration on a little something to make for dinner. In this particular time frame, we've been using whatever we have on hand. Didn't really have much money for, you know, too much money for groceries, so we were doing whatever we could. I'm thankful that we, did a really good stock up prior to this, and I'm very thankful for that because if you have a nice stock up of the meats, then it's much easier whenever you fall on harder times and you don't have the funds to necessarily go straight to the store and just grab whatever you want to make dinners. So you got to do what you got to do. So here we are making some turkey gravy pasta, and it's very simple. That's the reason why I didn't worry about telling you step by step on everything that I did here, because it's very simple, and it's your kitchen. You can do whatever you want in your kitchen. You have the seasonings that you would like to use, and there's literally no rules to this recipe, really. I cook with a heart, and I measure with my heart. So, of course, I cooked up 1 onion and half of a green bell pepper. I was using the other half for another recipe that you guys will see in a few minutes. And then I threw my I threw my turkey in there. And now we're making the gravy. I didn't use anything special seasoning wise really in the beginning. It was just salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. And here we're doing a gravy. And so I used about a quarter cup of butter. And then now I am adding in my flour. And I add it in there's no real measurement here. I just did it until I felt like the amount of flour that you add to it is going to determine how thick or how much gravy you're going to have. So I knew that I wanted more gravy because I was pouring this over pasta. So I purposely used more flour in it to make it thicker. I did it on purpose. So if you want this to be a thinner gravy, then you can use less flour. Use less flour. That's all you got to do. Also, I had added some beef. I think it was beef bouillon here. I had added that in the beginning to give it that more flavoring and stuff. But yeah, this one tasted really good. Usually, I make this and then I pour it over white rice, and then I'll do something on the side like broccoli or something like that. But not on this night. I was like, I'm not really in the mood for rice. We've had a lot of rice in the past few weeks. I'm just feeling like something different, maybe pasta. And here I was adding some more garlic powder, and I add some more onion powder and pepper and salt. Do it all to taste, if you like a lot of seasonings, add a lot of seasonings. If your family doesn't care for too many seasonings, then kind of dial it back, and that's what's good about cooking in your own kitchen. You can do, literally what makes you and your family happy, or whatever you need to leave out. Some people have restrictions, things like that. I technically shouldn't be eating that much salt. So technically I should be dialing it back on the salt. I do here and there. I don't know. We used to eat out a whole lot. We were really bad at that. That was pepper that I just put in. And I put in also some oregano and basil in there as well. So one of those might not have been pepper, sorry about that. But I did put some oregano and some basil in there as well. I wanted the little pops of, herb in there. And then add back in my meat and pepper mixture, mix it all together, and then I let that cook just for literally a few minutes to, heat back up. And then I took my already cooked pasta my pasta, so here, I know I kind of went off track here, but the pasta, I made it like a butter garlic type pasta. Added a little bit of garlic in there, a little bit of butter. I don't know why I felt the need to do that. In this recipe, I don't think that you need to, if I'm being honest. Like looking back at it, like I don't think it would have really made a difference to the taste. Like I think that it would have been perfectly fine if I would have just used my pasta that was already salted. You know what I mean? Like I think it would have been just fine with that gravy on there and mixed together. It would have been fine. So if you do not feel like doing this step, honestly, I don't think that you. Oh my goodness, guys. I just had like the worst coughing spell ever. My bad. I had to pause that. Oh, that was horrible. My mouth just got dry all of a sudden. I just started hacking. Oh my gosh. But anyways, so here we're making some beef stew. I was just using the literally basic seasonings. You can add whatever you want. I did salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. Those, if I say basics, guys, that is what I mean by the basics. That is all that I use in here. And here I'm adding in some flour. Now, you know, I don't always do this step, and beef stew still comes out fine every single time, okay? But here I figured I would go ahead and use some flour. I'm trying to work my way through this bag of flour. Speaking of which, I do need to go ahead and make something with flour today because I need to get through this bag. But anyways, gosh, my throat is just like all kinds of jacked up. So anyways, I'm just adding a little bit, just enough to literally coat everything lightly. You don't want to overdo it, you know. And then I have everything already chopped up, my onion, my carrots, and celery. Sorry, oh my gosh, my throat. So a little bit of olive oil, and then I think I also add some butter in there, but I don't know. Yes, I do. Okay. Sorry, guys. I have 6 recipes that I'm literally trying to remember exactly what steps I took or whatnot because I'm still working on my editing. I'm not the best. All right, so we're gonna add in all of our veggies so that we can kind of saute them up just a little bit. Oh, this meal was so good, guys. Next time I'll have to try to make it with my homemade dinner rolls because those are bomb. Like they are literally the best. Oh, I one carrot that I didn't get to cut up. Typical for me. Typical for me. Yeah, this this meal, I actually want it right now. It looks so good. It's been a little over a week since we had this meal. And it just looks so good. I hope to get a lot more of these videos out there for you guys so that I can give you guys some inspiration on, you know, what you guys might want to have for dinner. I know sometimes I get in a little bit of a cooking rut, so to speak, and I'm just like, oh, I don't even know what to cook. Nothing sounds good. I don't really care to have anything. By the way, I did add some minced garlic to that. That's your choice if you want to or not. I love garlic. We love garlic over here. So I use minced garlic in a lot of things. My voiceovers and everything and editing and all that will get better over time. I am not perfect. The number one thing that I am literally the worst at is literally editing videos. Like I am the worst. So you guys please bear with me. It takes some time to get used to it again. It feels very strange editing or doing voiceovers, and my brain is just all over the place, got so much going on in life. A lot of, you know, big topics I would like to talk about coming up soon, and like cleaning videos and things like that. I have a lot that I would wait, is my voiceover going to be messed up? Oh no, guys. Hold on a minute. Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that. The reason why I got a little mixed up is because apparently it wasn't showing the voiceover being recorded on the line. I could have sworn that it used to do that. So I thought that it wasn't even recording my voiceover. My bad. Sorry about that. But like I was saying is like, I do have a lot of topics that I definitely want to talk about in coming up videos. I have a lot that's been on my mind lately, and I would like to get my thoughts out there and share with you guys the things that I've been feeling, the things that have been on my mind, and the reason why I came back to this channel, the reason why I felt a need to come back, and that I wasn't being who I truly felt like I needed to be. I have missed this channel for so long, and I think that just with life going on, I kind of lost sight of that, kind of lost sight of, what my whole reasoning was. So here, we're going to go ahead and we'll talk about all that later in upcoming videos. But here I used for the very first time a Kinder's brand seasoning. I never used it before. But they had it on sale, buy one, get one free at Publix. So I said, well, I mean, no better time to try something new, right? So I think this one was called something beef stew. I don't know if it's Grandpa's beef stew or it was labeled something like that. I'm not 100% sure, if I'm being honest. But I will say it was very good. The one thing that I would not do is add salt. I added a little bit of salt, I think, towards the end, and I regretted it. But that's my own like, some people really do enjoy salt, like really salty food. Everyone's different. Oh, and I did add a little bit of beef bouillon in here. That's probably the reason why I didn't need to add salt, but I did. So yeah, just don't add salt though. Like, if you're not huge or you don't want to eat that much salt because of health reasons, don't add any extra salt to this. That's where I kind of went a little bit wrong, because I think I added just a little bit in there, and then afterwards I was like, I don't feel like I should have done that. I should have just left it. But next time I'll definitely have to make this with my homemade dinner rolls. Oh, that would have been literally the icing on the cake. But came out so good. It's not really cold out anymore here in Florida, so now, it's like all of the cozy meals are not as needed, I guess. But yet I'm still in the mind frame of like, I still want all the soups, and I still want, So here we're just making some chicken fajitas. Sorry for the kitty cat meowing in the background. That's Lila Jean. She is telling me that she wants to come in here, and she's upset because she cannot. My room is kind of in a disarray right now. We're moving around furniture. We'll talk about that in further videos. We got a lot going on. I was supposed to have a couple of videos up for, like, a couple more videos already up for you guys. But I kind of had to, like, do what I had to do, like I got some, I got a letter in the mail about our storage unit, and we'll be going over that as well. Like, we have a whole storage unit that we have to still, like, now move over here. We're being kind of forced out of the storage unit at this point. We'll be going over that in one of the cleaning videos as well. So that's a whole process that in itself, that's going to be starting, and it's going to be a chaotic mess, I'm sure. It's going to be a chaotic mess. And I really would like for you guys to definitely see, a whole house clean with me video before we get started on that project, because I do need to go around and do a whole house refresh, and get our lives, together before we start working randomly on everything in the household to be able to bring things over here, because we really don't have space here. We live in a townhome now, and it's different. We don't have a garage anymore. When we moved in here, they already had the washer and dryer. I want to sell the washer machine and the dryer, but it's brand new. So, we honestly don't know what to do. I want to sell it, but at the same time, other people don't want to sell it, and that's okay. Like, it. So I don't know what's gonna happen. We might end up having a washer and dryer in our living room, maybe. Not our living room, but like you guys will see. You'll see in upcoming videos what I'm talking about. I say living room because that's where we used to have our living room stuff in, but it's not. I know I haven't been telling you guys what I'm doing on screen because I kind of feel like it's self-explanatory at this point. Especially with chicken fajitas. They're very simple, very easy to make. And if you ever make them, you guys would see, I'm pretty sure a lot of people on here have already made this. Some people are new to cooking, and I understand, but I feel like in this part of the video, I feel like everything was kind of self-explanatory, so that's why I didn't worry about covering it. So sorry if you were looking for instructions on how to do that. But here we're going to go ahead and cook our meat pretty much the same way that we did our vegetables. And what's so crazy is I'm literally about to make this tonight. I'm literally about to make it again tonight. I have plenty of peppers in there that I need to go ahead and utilize and use up. I don't know, and I think that I'm probably gonna try to maybe make some Spanish rice to go with it this time, honestly. I just got done doing a small little pickup order, and this time I got a lot of like dried beans. They were so much cheaper buying them that way. I know that they take longer to cook and stuff like that, but I really want to try it out. Like, I really wanted to kind of go away from like always buying the can all the time. And by the way, the reason why I use so much extra chicken compared to what am I trying to say? Instead of the peppers, because me personally, I love peppers and I love onions, and I would have put way more in this. But in all honesty, my daughter doesn't really care for the peppers and the onions part. I mean, she's more okay with onions than she is pepper. But here I'm making my own fajita seasoning. I literally am using more cumin than I am chili powder, and I used onion powder and garlic powder, and then mix it all together. And then I continue, I don't know if I filmed it or not, but I continue to add as I feel like I need to. You know what I mean? Like, normally I would make my own fajita seasoning, but I did not. Oh, and here I actually put some beef bouillon powder in it because I figured it'd make it good. And I was right. It did make it good. But I have not made my own fajita seasoning in a hot minute, like a long time. So now, whenever I make it, I literally just throw everything in there. And you know what? It comes out good every single time. So I think that's why I stopped worrying about making it, is because, it's so easy to throw together. You know what I mean? Like, that I guess I don't see a point in, like, buying all of the seasonings, like, in bigger bulk and, like, making it. Like, so I guess that's why I do it that way. So whenever you're doing fajita seasoning, you just use extra amount of cumin versus chili powder. And then here I use some Ortega. I hope I say it right. Ortega. I think it's called Ortega. Some salsa, and then cheese, and of course sour cream. We love sour cream over here. And we had some leftover of the celery, so we did some peanut butter with celery. That looks good right now too. I think I'm hungry, guys. Like, I think I'm hungry. I think it's time to start cooking dinner here soon. It's late in the afternoon. It's getting that time. All right, so here we are going to go ahead and make some chicken shepherd's pie. And as you can tell, I put some butter in a pan, and I also did my I didn't measure the flour again, guys. Like I said, you're going to add more flour if you want to be able to make more. I almost said pasta, guys. Wow. More of like a roux, Um, so here, what I'm doing right here, I pretty much make this same thing to create a chicken pot pie. I do the same thing for that as well. I have not made a chicken pot pie in a hot minute. I really should. It tastes so good. Lately we've been taking the easy way out though and just buying it from Sam's Club. Have you guys ever had Sam's Club chicken pot pie? Oh my gosh, it's actually really good. I discovered it when we were moving. Man, it is so good and it feeds a whole family. So here, of course, we're adding in our chicken broth. And I don't remember if I use a whole thing or not. I just literally did it to my heart's desire. Like how I felt. The reason why I didn't cut any of this out and I have it just playing out is so then that way you guys can actually watch the thickness that I kept. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when I'm watching cooking videos, sometimes it can drive me a little crazy when they just like immediately cut to the next step and they don't show like the consistency that you wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Like, so then that leads you to think like, man, should I have added this much, you know, or should I have made it this liquidy, or, you know what I mean? So that was the whole reason why I did that, you know. And so this gravy roux, whatever you want to call it, it literally thickens as you warm it up. So I do believe I used an entire carton of that chicken broth. But yeah, so you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. And chicken shepherd's pie is literally just like you would make regular shepherd's pie. I mean, there's different ways that you can make shepherd's pie, you know, with ground turkey. You can make it with the ground beef, like, you know, whichever. And the way that I change it up, I use some seasoned salt in this one because it literally tastes the best. Some pepper, and I'm pretty sure that I add in salt, pepper, and garlic. You know, like, who would I not be? Who would I be if I didn't? There you go. That's the right way of saying that. But yeah, so I will change it up though when it's ground beef, because to me, when I do ground beef, I will use more of like a here I was adding in some parsley. And then I think I add in oregano as well, and I might even add in basil too. Yeah, I think I was running out of it. But yeah, so with the ground beef one, I will sometimes like add like tomatoes to it, or I'll add, you know what I mean? Like I will make it different. Like it's not going to be the same base. It'll be a different base. So maybe next time really soon we'll go ahead and do a cooking time where maybe we create some I do need to do some freezer meals. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, there's one day that I really need to get in there and do some freezer meals, some easy nights. You know, as you can see, I'm adding in my chicken, my cans of green beans, corn, and canned carrots. And I'm just going to mix that all together. And then I put this in a 13 by 9 baking sheet. Baking sheet? Wow. Oh my gosh, guys. My words are not wording. I'm so sorry. It's been a day. It's been a day, guys. And I have Lila Jean over here meowing at me. And I feel bad because she can't come in. But in the future videos, you guys will understand why Lila Jean is not allowed in my room. It's crazy. But anyways, I'm going to put it in a 9 by 13 pan. And we're going to cover it with some instant potatoes. I wanted the fast potatoes. Normally, I love to make homemade, but I needed to use these up because they were actually expiring. And like I said, I am one to usually make homemade, but I was not having it that night. I had to go and actually make more. As you can tell, I ran out. So I'm glad I had them on hand, because if not, we would have been screwed. And then you just cook it to your heart's desire, because I mean everything's technically cooked in it already, so just keep an eye on it. I think I only did it in there for about 30 minutes, I think, and then it was done at 375. So here we're gonna go ahead and make some homemade chicken noodle soup, and so I did some butter in the pan, and did I put olive oil in there? Yes, I think I did. I looked away for a few minutes, so my bad. Like I literally looked away and was just like, oh, YOLO, apparently in my brain. But no, so salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, all the gist. And these were fresh, fresh carrots. Wow, my brain was not braining just now, guys. I'm so tired, guys. I have not been sleeping well at all. It's been horrible. So the squeaking that you're hearing is my chair. Sorry about that. I'm used to sitting in this chair and like rocking back and forth, back and forth. So I probably need some WD-40 on my chair. So sorry about that. Anyways, chicken noodle soup is one of the easiest things that you can throw together, especially when you're not feeling too hot or it's really cold outside, or you just, guys, I had, as you can tell, I cooked 2 meals this night. And I'm so glad that I did, because I love chicken shepherd's pie. But guys, for myself, for me, I have diverticulitis. So sometimes I'll have flare-ups and I won't be feeling that well. When everyone else in my family is doing just fine, I'm falling apart as usual. But I really wanted to have something that was lighter on my stomach at this point in time. And I'm really glad I did that, because that chicken noodle soup really hit the spot. It really did. And it's so easy to make, and you can make it your own way, however you want to make it. We've really been enjoying eating at home way more. This was about half of a bag. Never use a whole bag, because if you do, then you're about to make at least 2 pots of this, okay? I only use about half of a bag of the egg noodles, and it came out so good, tasted amazing. And I hope you guys try this recipe. I think that you guys would really enjoy it, especially if you're having some tummy issues, because it's on the lighter side. It will calm down the stomach a little bit instead of making, well, for me anyway, it does help. But you guys should definitely try out all the recipes. I think that you guys will like them. Here we were having some beanie weenies. This was just a last minute look in the refrigerator. Oh, we have crescent rolls. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make these. It was supposed to be originally for a breakfast casserole kind of thing that I like to put together real randomly when everyone happens to be home, that day. Gonna have to put something in, so but instead I was like, no, let's go ahead and have this for dinner. And then we had it with some macaroni and cheese. I didn't have any box macaroni and cheeses. But I did have macaroni noodles, and then I also had a little bit of Velveeta cheese in my refrigerator, so I literally used up what was in there. I wanted to get it gone and out of there, because I'm kind of so I'm not really on a health kick, as you can see. None of this food that I made tonight is technically healthy, but we're working towards kind of going away from certain things. Velveeta cheese has a whole shit ton of sodium in it. It's not good for you, very heavily processed. The beanie weenie things, not beanie weenies, sorry. I keep on, every time that I see those, I literally say beanie weenies every single time. But yeah, those aren't even healthy for us, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, but gotta use up what you have, and then maybe we'll do better next time, That's the plan, but we'll see. And as you can tell, I put the rest of my milk in there. I wanted to use up the milk, and I was like, well, I'll just add, I think I'm able to use all the cheese in this. And if not, then I used it up right afterwards, because I wanted it gone. Oh yeah, me and Danielle, We used it for, we had pretzels. Like, have you ever had the Annie Ann's pretzels they come frozen in the containers? Yeah, we used it for that. We made a homemade dip with that. But it came out really good. Put a little bit of salsa in it and then use that to dip your pretzels in. Came out really good. But now we're coming down to the end of the video. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Sorry if I talked your ear off, because I probably did. Go ahead and put a smiley face emoji down below for me to show me that you've hung out with me this whole time. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. Please subscribe if you haven't, if you enjoy this content. And I will see you guys in the next one. It should be a cleaning video, so I will see you guys then. Bye.